News. This is 69 News, live at noon.
Musikfest is heading into its final weekend, and today is our last day bringing you festival coverage live from Arts Quest. Good afternoon, I'm Hasio Cordoba.
And I'm Joy Howe. Welcome to 69 News at noon, live at Musikfest.
Let's get to today's top story.
Pennsylvania State Police have released dramatic dash cam video showing a wild shootout along Route 33 in Northampton County.
The video shows a man opening fire on two state troopers, injuring one of them. WFMZ's Emma Wright first brought us the video yesterday, and she joins us from Easton with more. Emma?
This is a rare instance in which state police have released dash cam video to the public. This same video was played at convicted shooter Daniel Clary's trial. In November 2017, State Trooper Ryan Seipel made what was supposed to be a routine traffic stop on Route 33 in Plainfield Township, Northampton County. Dashcam video shows Daniel Clary getting a ticket for speeding, but as the trooper begins to pull away, Clary flags him down again. Trooper Seipel called for backup, and the video shows Seipel and Trooper Seth Kelly putting Clary through a sobriety test. The video shows Clary unstable on his feet during several of the tests. When the troopers try to arrest Clary, he resists and they wrestle him to the ground. Clary attempts to fight back. At one point, the fight even spills out onto the road with traffic driving by. Police tried to use a taser on Clary, but he gets up and reaches into the driver's side window of his car. The video shows Clary firing the gun multiple times at both Trooper Seipel and Trooper Clary. Both officers return fire and Clary drives away. Trooper Kelly was seriously injured but survived, partially by applying a tourniquet to himself. Daniel Clary was convicted of attempted homicide. A sentencing date has not yet been set. Reporting live in the Easton Newsroom, I'm Emma Wright, 69 News.
Thank you, Emma. Family and friends will gather to remember an officer killed in the line of duty. Tomorrow marks 7 years since Freemansburg officer Robert Lasso was shot and killed. He was responding to a call at the home of George Hitcho Jr. at the time. Hitcho was sentenced to death for the murder and is awaiting execution. Lasso's friends and family get together once a year to celebrate his memory and raise money to support his widow and two children.
I go out and talk to people, pass out letters and flyers, and I get a lot of support from people out here in the community. So I'm kind of happy that everybody's back on their minds, and it seems like everybody remembers now.
The fundraiser will be held Saturday at the Keystone Pub and Grill in Bethlehem from 1 to 4 p.m. The hunt for a Schuylkill County man who authorities say is armed and dangerous has expanded into Kentucky.
Federal agents are offering a $20,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of Sean Christie. U.S. Marshals say they think Christie stole this postal vehicle in Greensburg, Kentucky, Thursday morning. They say he also has stolen, then abandoned two other vehicles. Christie has multiple arrest warrants for allegedly threatening the president and the Northampton County District Attorney.
Well, yesterday was a nice break from the rainy weather.
Yeah, but things might not look so good for the weekend, but a great night last night for a bunch of people here at Musikfest. Meteorologist Mark Schanenberger is in the Storm Center with the latest look at the forecast. Hello, sir.
Yeah, really nice conditions around the area yesterday, and not too bad so far today, but we are starting to see some showers moving into the northwestern parts of our viewing area. And earlier today, starting out with temperatures in the 60s, a little bit of a relief from the 70s and upper 60s that we've seen recently, but temperatures, they've been climbing ever since this morning and have climbed into the 80s in most locations at this point. You can see 85 in Allentown and Reading, 86 in Philadelphia, 74 in Mount Pocono, 77 in Pottsville right now. And it does feel a little bit warmer in those locations where we are seeing temperatures in the 80s because the dew points are up a little bit. So factoring into these feel-like temperatures ever so slightly. Satellite and radar showing some of that activity we talked about moving into our area, parts of Luzerne, Schuylkill County up around Interstate 81, seeing a little bit of shower activity at the moment. Nothing overly impressive, but you can see there are some spotty or isolated showers out there. So we'll continue to keep our eyes on the radar here as we move through the afternoon and evening hours. You can see there will be some around here as we move through the rest of the day today, and even through the overnight period tonight, we have the possibility for showers and thunderstorms, but they're spotty, and I think that most of the time it actually remains dry until we get into Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening and even Saturday night. That looks like the most active time period here over the next couple of days. So lots lots of sunshine for today. We will see that sunshine, though, fade behind some clouds as we move through the afternoon hours. Stray shower or thunderstorm possible. Then for tonight, cloudier with a shower or thunderstorm possible. As we move through this weekend and the early part of next week, it's going to be cooler but humid. Showers and thunderstorms in the area. And then Wednesday and Thursday of next week, mainly dry, still humid, but also a little bit warmer. We'll get into the full details of your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
An arrest has been made in a stabbing that happened in Allentown earlier this morning. Jesus Narvaez Gonzalez is facing a number of charges, including aggravated assault. The stabbing happened in the 600 block of Lafayette Street. Police say the female victim was taken to the hospital. No word on her current condition. Narvaez Gonzalez is behind bars on $75,000 bail.
It is now up to a jury to decide the fate of an Allentown man who says he shot and killed his girlfriend by accident. At his preliminary hearing yesterday, Matthew Jensen said the gun accidentally went off, killing 36-year-old Christina Fenstermaker. It happened in July at the couple's home off of Lehigh Street on 17th Street Southwest. Jensen was arrested the same day inside a Walmart near Phillipsburg, New Jersey. A judge ordered him to stand trial.
An Allentown police officer is the subject of a criminal investigation. Authorities say 41-year-old Corey Cole may have spent money from the Lehigh Township Firemen's Relief Fund Association for his own personal use. Cole served as treasurer for the association and allegedly informed the board that he, quote, inappropriately spent funds. No charges have been filed, but police say they are investigating with the state auditor general.
Well, good news, the Cedar Beach pool in Allentown is back open for business. It had been closed since last weekend when floodwaters from the Cedar Creek poured into that pool. Crews spent the last few days cleaning it up and refilling it now.
A shooting in Canada has left at least 4 people dead.
Coming up on 69 News at noon, details on the victims and what happened.
The man police say is behind California's holy fire is due in court.
And today is our last day broadcasting live from Musikfest, and we have an extra special guest for you. We're going to have more on that when 69 News at noon live from Musikfest returns.
Four people are dead, including 2 police officers, after a shooting in Canada. It happened early this morning at an apartment complex in New Brunswick. Details are still scarce, but police say a suspect is in custody. Multiple shooting victims are being treated at an area hospital.
The man accused of starting Southern California's so-called holy fire will appear in court today. Forrest Clark is facing numerous charges and could potentially spend the rest of his life behind bars. Police say he sent a text to a volunteer fire chief 2 weeks ago saying, quote, "The place is going to burn." Clark was arrested this week on suspicion of setting the blaze. The holy fire has scorched 10,000 acres and is only 5% contained.
Prosecutors in Paul Manafort's financial fraud trial could rest their case today. On Thursday, prosecutors returned to the nuts and bolts of their case against the former Trump campaign chairman. They're hoping jurors will believe that Manafort got a hold of millions of dollars in bank loans under false pretenses. Star witness Rick Gates was also confronted about embezzling hundreds of thousands of dollars from Manafort.
President Trump is doubling steel and aluminum tariffs with, quote, respect to Turkey. Earlier today, Trump tweeted that the tariffs on aluminum imports will be increased to 20% and steel imports will be raised to 50%. It comes amid growing tensions between the two allies as Turkey vowed to retaliate without delay. Trump's tweet caused a further drop in Turkish currency, which is now down 13% on the day.
President Trump's lawyer is telling special counsel Robert Mueller to wrap up his investigation by September. Rudy Giuliani says the Department of Justice rules specify that Mueller's Russia probe must stop 60 days before the midterm election. He's referring to the guideline the department follows to avoid making public announcements that could influence election results. However, there is no written rule forbidding investigations close to elections.
It has been 14 years since the last episode of Friends aired, but the show is still there for British viewers.
No, we cannot let her stay, because if we let her stay, she will stay here forever.
The sitcom is the most popular show on UK streaming services. It's followed by Amazon's auto show The Grand Tour and the Netflix royal drama The Crown. The first quarter January figures may be kind of because of binge watching, though, because Friends fans got to see it after it was added to Netflix's UK slate.
We're already into the home stretch of Musikfest 2018.
We're going to check in with meteorologist Mark Schanenberger for our festival forecast when 69 News at Noon live at Musikfest returns.
How we doing, folks? Good morning.
Or good afternoon now at this point.
Nobody told me about the dress code. I look like I work there.
That's all right. How you doing?
You look like you're from the South, where I'm
There
from.
you go.
So
There you go. Where are you from?
I'm from Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh, you're
So
about 45
Jefferson,
minutes
right?
from the house, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Not far at all.
I know where you are. Go past the big rock, there's two trees. And
That's right. Take you a left right there. Now, if you run down about half a mile, you should know where you're at by
Used to
then.
be 7-Eleven.
That's it.
It's turned now.
Down there by Joey's house, everybody knows Joey.
Joey's
Everybody
great.
knows Joey.
We're going to speak the same language. It's fine.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I was talking about the wrinkle in my shirt? Yeah, it's awful.
That's Brantley Gilbert's 2017 hit, The Ones That Like Me. Gilbert is one of 4 country artists with back-to-back platinum certified albums. And now he's bringing his tour to Musikfest with a stop at the Sand Steel stage in Bethlehem tonight.
And guess what? Brantley Gilbert is making one special stop before that show tonight.
Yeah, it's right here on 69 News at Noon. Thanks so much for joining us.
I appreciate
Good to
y'all
see
having
you.
me, man.
Yes,
Good to
thank
see
you for
y'all.
being here.
Is this your first time in Bethlehem or no?
We've played here before. I'm not sure. I think this is our first time at this festival. So
Okay.
Fantastic.
What are your
excited.
thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I love it, man. You know, festival season is one of my favorites. It's just, you know, people kind of come out of their shells a little bit, and you know, a lot of different folks come together to enjoy some music, and we get to bring that to them. So
that's awesome.
Pretty lucky fellas.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your music just a little bit here. You just released your 4th studio album, I believe, last year, right? The Devil Don't Sleep. I love that name. What went into this? What's the background that when you first started writing this album compared to maybe your last 3 that you've done? What's different?
Well, a little bit. Just I was a little more outside of the box as a writer, and that's kind of progressed record to record. I write everything I put out, and they're all chapters of my life, and this next one's no different. It's just been a cooler chapters. I got a little boy at the house about 8.5 months ago. I became a dad. So
wow, congratulations! Yeah.
How does that change things for you? Because I know you're out on tour now. So as being a new dad, how is it different?
Well, a lot of times they come out with me.
That's great.
And we had a bus that was set up for them. We just got it the way we wanted to, and then it burned to the ground about 6 months ago. So we're waiting on another one to get done.
What happened?
I don't know.
Just burned.
Something in the
Nobody
back.
was inside,
Something to do with the wired harness. No, I had 2 bus drivers in there. That,
oh, goodness.
Yeah, my guy called me, and my driver, he's been driving with me for 11 years, and he called me, and I thought he was kidding with me. Right. I was in the bed with my wife, and he said, "Hey, B, just let you know we're in Montana and the bus is burning down." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Call me when you got something serious to tell me."
Right.
And he was like, "No, I'm outside in slides because in the snow."
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, a lot of unexpected things happen on the road, I'll tell you. Have you found a place that you have loved on the road? You know, I know home is Jefferson, Georgia, but you know, what's a great place that you love to visit when you're out touring around?
You know, I'll tell you, everywhere's got its own little thing. Most of the time, you know, a lot of folks ask me what it's like to travel the country, and I tell them I don't know. You know, we travel at night, so I don't really get to see a whole lot of landscape. And I usually wake up beside a dumpster.
Great view.
They always park the buses behind the venues, and there's dumpsters back there. That probably sounded bad. That joke's usually a good one. Probably not on Channel 69 News. That was probably a bad call.
It's all good.
What are you doing after this tour? What's next for you?
We're actually working on a record right now. So we've got this show, one more, and we bounce back in the studio, and I think we got 4 or 5 songs left to cut, and we'll have the record ready. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That is fantastic.
Great.
Do you find that when you play to crowds at a music festival, you know, that there's a different vibe versus just going to an arena?
You know, what I do like about arenas is you can control the weather.
That's true. That's true.
And you can control the sound because it's, you know, it's a closed environment, and it's fairly consistent. Out here, it's not. So it kind of allows us on stage to even open up and have a little bit more fun and, you know, really respond to the folks out there. And I think that's one of the things, you know, that helps the overall vibe at these festivals. It's just being able to vibe back and forth with the audience.
Love it.
Well, so great to meet you. Good luck tonight.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank
Congratulations
you so much.
on your wedding and your new son and everything. This is awesome. This is an awesome part of life for you. So.
What's his name, by the way?
Barrett.
Barrett. Okay. Like
It's a good one. All right.
We'll be right back. All right, good to meet Brantley Gilbert, wasn't it?
Still fangirling just a little bit, but we got a picture with him.
Nice, yes.
And Mark Schanenberger's a huge country fan, so I'm sure that was cool for you to see.
Super jelly right now, super jelly.
Yeah. Oh, he was real nice.
Yeah, he's a great
nice guy. Yeah.
Absolutely, and what a pleasure he was to have with us, and that interview was really good. As far as what we got outside right now, you can see that we are dealing with a little bit of cloud cover up at Blue Mountain at this hour. Current conditions, 85 degrees in Allentown, feels like 87. Winds are calm, dew point temperature of 66 degrees. You can see the current conditions across our viewing area, low, mid 80s, some 70s off to the north. You can see more cloud cover also to the north as we see this cold front continue to slide slowly off to the south and the east from the Great Lakes and New England. Temperature trend as we move through this afternoon, we are going to see temperatures top out pretty close to 90 degrees, and then later on tonight we fall down closer to 70 degrees, so not as comfortable as it was last night. Here's a look at your dew points right now. Not that bad, but generally speaking, the trend has been to take these dew points up here as we move through the day today and into your weekend. We're going to see dew points back into the 70s. Satellite and radar showing a little bit of that shower activity we just spoke of. We take a wider look at what's going on, and most of the shower activity to this point is kind of north and west of Interstate 81, but we could see something isolated here as we move through the rest of the afternoon, and as we get into this evening and overnight tonight, I think it becomes a little bit more frequent. We have a cold front again off to the north. That has to slide to the south, and then well back to our west, we have areas of low pressure, one off to the north in the Midwest, and then one down in the Tennessee Valley, which is going to kind of work its way into our area here as we move into this weekend. So future satellite and radar as we move through this afternoon, I do think a shower is possible in spots, but it's mainly north and west. And then as we move through the overnight period tonight, a better chance for maybe a shower or thunderstorm. Things start to pick up as we get into Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and Saturday night. And that really looks like the most active time period for this weekend. There will still be showers and thunderstorms around on Sunday, but it does look like things maybe quiet down a little bit as we move through the second half of the weekend. So if you're headed over to Musikfest to check out Brantley Gilbert this evening, just keep an eye to the sky. I think it's dry most of the time, but there will be some showers and thunderstorms passing through our area. Temperatures from the low 80s down into the middle 70s. As we head into this weekend, showers and thunderstorms, a possibility really at any time. We take a look at your backyard forecast for this upcoming weekend. Temperatures, it's going to be a struggle. We're only going to top out in the upper 70s, and it will be cooler, but also more humid with those showers and thunderstorms around. The meteor shower passing through this weekend. It's going to be tough to view that both Saturday night and Sunday night because of the clouds that we're dealing with. Rainfall amounts, generally speaking, I like anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch for most locations. However, there will be some areas that get into 1.5 inches, 2 inches, possibly 2.5 inches here as we move through the upcoming weekend. And that rain, the shower, thunderstorm activity not going anywhere as we move through the upcoming weekend. So for today, sunshine, some clouds with an isolated shower or thunderstorm, high temperature of 89 degrees. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm around, overnight low of 69 degrees. Showers and thunderstorms around for this weekend again later on in the day and at night on Saturday and into Sunday morning. Looks like the most active time period for this weekend. Temperatures over the weekend, they're falling down into the upper 70s, but dew points back into the low 70s. We'll hang on to the humidity with temperatures in the low 80s Monday and Tuesday with the chance for a shower thunderstorm, a little bit drier as we get into the middle part of next week. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we're back with more news in a moment.
Walking down Orleans Avenue,
They're from Chapel Hill, right? Okay, all right. Is that good? Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2, mic check. 1, 2, 3. I might have to hold it a little close to your mouth, Ellis, so don't be alarmed.
all right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you friends of the band?
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Today, we have a band that blends old-time influences from traditional jazz to big band swing. Ellis Dyson and the Shambles have made waves with their theatrical and explosive live shows, and they are bringing that foot stomping to us right now. They're on stage with Hasiel for us. Hasiel?
Joy, thanks. And yes, these guys will definitely have your foot patting for sure. Good morning, guys. Or good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good, good. This is Ellis, people. And you guys are from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and I understand you like to arrive at a venue a little early so that you can look around and get a feel for the town. What have you discovered about Bethlehem that you find unique or that you like?
Well, I think the festival, first of all, I mean, that's where we spent most of our time. It's a huge festival, lots of really awesome acts. It's free to the public. You don't see that a lot in this festival climate, but it's very interesting layout. The steel stacks and all that are really impressive. We spent a lot of time up there yesterday checking that out.
And what about the festival audience versus an arena? Do you prefer one of the other, and why?
I really like a festival audience because a festival audience comes to a festival to listen to music. We found last night especially there are a lot of dedicated listeners who really want to hear your music. That's what they're there for, and that's what we're there to do. So I enjoy that.
Introduce this to your band members.
On the right, we have the Danny Horns. They're both named Danny Gruen and Danny Abrams on the trombone and the saxophone. In the world of strings, on the upright bass, that's Mr. Adam Maloney. On the guitar, that's Eli Whitman.
Very nice. And you're from Chapel Hill, so I got to ask, is there a Duke, North Carolina rivalry on this band?
Not in this band. There better not be, so I'll say.
So which, you go with
I'm a Tar Heel. I'm a Tar Heel tried and true, yes.
When are you guys performing today?
We play at 5:15 on the Volksplatz stage.
Okay, very good. And what are you performing for us right now?
Today we're going to play a song called Broken Record.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a moment to say thank you for watching. Ellis and his group is going to play us out. That's it for us from Musikfest and Arts Quest this week. Thank you for watching, and have a great weekend.
Avenue, nothing on my mind but me and you. I've been thinking about your face and them pretty little hands sitting on your waist. I can't keep this to myself. I love you, little mama, don't you put me on a shelf. Oh, no, no, no. Should be me like an alley cat. Sound like a broken record. Me like an alley cat. Sound like a broken record now. Me like an alley cat. Sound like a broken record. Me like an alley cat. Sound like a broken record now. Come on, baby, now. Just get a little crazy now. Take a little walk with me. Come on, baby, now. Don't you be lazy now. Take a little walk with me. I've been drinking for days. I've been dreaming for years. I've been drinking for days. Now I've been dreaming of you for years. Something about that summer sun and the way you keep my name right on your tongue. I'm feeling like an animal, a little untamed. Come on, little mama, just a little spare change. It must have been fate that's brought you my way. Come on, little mama, don't just throw me away. Oh, no, no, no. 'Cause I'd be me like an alley cat, sound like a broken record. Me like an alley cat, sound like a broken record now. Me like an alley cat, sound like a broken record. Me like an alley cat, sound like a broken record now. Come on, baby, now we can make it now. Take a little walk with me.